Hey guys, it's ItsSMOGONdevo back at it with some more practice videos. This will be another regionals series. After this practice video, you should see the regionals tournament video actually pop up very soon, so I'm excited to bring that to you. Today what we're going to be doing is we're going to just be looking at some random picks in the regionals cup. I'm going to try out a few things. So no set team of 6, but I'm just trying to mess around with some other picks, see if there's anything I missed out on. I think I look at Lugia and Charizard here a little bit as well. So yeah, come to the video, you'll see these interesting options being tested out. I've never really used Lugia in regionals or any kind of open meta actually. But yeah, let's go ahead and check it out. I'll see you over at the battles. Alright, here we go with that Haunter, Bastiodon, and Lugia. I'm pretty familiar with Haunter. I haven't used Bastiodon in a long time, pretty much since like Probopass. For a while I think I've been preferring Probopass, but at least in Cliffhanger I'm starting to reevaluate Bastiodon a lot more, and I've never used Lugia before. So it'll be interesting to see how that does. Lugia actually manages to win Swampert. It is really close, but you do manage to take it out in the one-shield scenario. So I'm going to have to block this Hydro Cannon coming in. Looks like we CMP tied there. Then I can go for the Shadow Punch. He doesn't shield it, so I switch out into the Lugia. He brings up Bastiodon. See, if I had a Hydro Pump here, it would be really, really cool for me. I could threaten out this Bastiodon quite a bit. I go for the Sky Attack after farming up a ton of energy, hoping to scare the Bastiodon into thinking it's a Hydro Pump. Doesn't fall for it at all. I managed to build up 2 Sky Attacks. There's no point in trying to keep Lugia alive in this position. It's pretty much done. So I'm going to let it go down. I'm in a really bad position actually. I don't have any answer to this Bastiodon. I bring in my own Bastiodon to mirror, but he's up 2 shields. So I guess my play in this situation should be to try to even out our shields as much as possible. And try to come back with Haunter somehow, but this does not look good at all. He's got that Swampert in the back with probably a Hydro Cannon ready to go. Go for that Flamethrower, and he's not burning any shields here. He knows he just has to continue tapping away at me, and then he can come back in with Swampert and clean up the game. So I go for a Flamethrower again. Yeah, this is definitely not a good position for me to be in. Can he get to one more Flamethrower before I knock him out? It looks like he's just short there. Swampert comes back in, and it does have that Hydro Cannon ready. So I let Bastiodon go down. And then I'm hoping I can farm down the Swampert. Ooh, there you go. Go for a Shadow Punch right away. We actually switches in Venusaur. This is not the worst matchup for Haunter. Get that first shield. Ooh, even these Vine Whips really do hurt. I have to shield this Frenzy Plant coming in. I might be able to win it if I can land a Shadow Punch here, but it doesn't look like that's going to be realistic. I go for a Shadow Punch. Burn that second shield there, and then I'm so close to another one, but Haunter just goes down. Yeah, that was a really tough position to be in. If Haunter maybe had a little bit more HP, it wouldn't have been the worst thing to play out of. So we go again with Lugia on this team. We're going to have Probo in the lead with Medicham in the back as well. I lead into Hitmonchan. Another awful position to be in. But this is great for Lugia. But now he just brings in his own Probopass. But that's still okay. I mean, I can get my Medicham in and then try to farm up some energy here. Cham might be able to take out the Probo and his Hitmonchan. Go for the Sky Attack. If I only had Hydro Pump, I could have pressured this Probopass quite a bit. I have since unlocked a Hydro Pump on my Lugia in anticipation of Safari Cup. I'm thinking about actually running a Lugia over my Golbat. That Thunderbolt hurts, but it doesn't hurt enough. He's got to burn some more energy here just to knock out that Lugia. So Lugia goes down, and then I can bring in Medicham, but it looks like I'm not switch locked anymore, so we'll see what he does. We both still have 2 shields here, and I can get to a power-up punch pretty quick. If I were him, I would not shield the Probopass. I would let it go down. Yeah. And there you go, I get that 1 attack boost. He brings in Chan. I think I can take anything from this Chan, so I'm not going to shield. Goes for a power punch, that's a good thing I didn't. This should be a good matchup for the Metacham, who he gets to another pup. I'm going to shield just in case it's one of the elemental punches here. There he goes for an ice punch, which is a really good play on his part. I go for a pup again. I know I can win this in the 2 shield especially, and he shields it. Now I'm feeling good. I'm going to farm up a little bit of energy here. Go for a power punch actually. Now he's got to make a decision to shield or not. Does not shield. He brings in Altoria, and I have Probo in the back, so this is pretty great. I'll just go straight away for an ice punch, knowing this will KO. He has to shield that. I'll try to push for that final ice punch, but I can't get it. And it's alright, I do have a Probopass in the back, which is pretty much like the perfect counter to Altoria. Go for this Rock Slide, and if I can get to 1 more, it's GG. Yeah, I will definitely be shielding this Dragon Breath, or the Sky Attack rather. Dragon Pulse or Sky Attack I would have shielded. Might be able to farm him down, but I don't really want to make that risk. Ooh, he manages to get to 1 more charge move. With a Sky Attack, it's not enough. Now this Rock Slide will let me KO the Altoria. Probopass doing what Probopass does. So Altoria goes down, and we take that match. This next game coming up, we're going to try out this Charizard. So we lead with Metacham, and then have Lantern and Charizard in the back. Charizard can be a pretty scary threat to an unprepared team. We lead Metacham into Wigglytuff. This is awful. I'm going to try to farm up to a power-up punch. Get some pressure going here. This should still hurt the Wigglytuff. Yeah. I figure Metacham is pretty useless at this point, but I can actually get to a second power-up punch. I should get a shield here, yep. And now, I think I should bring out Charizard, but I might choose Lantern just to farm up some energy. Usually Wigglytuff goes straight for the Ice Beam, but it looks like he's delaying it a bit, so it could actually be a play rough. So I'm not going to take the chance. Just go ahead and shield it. And he does go for an Ice Beam. But now I have a nice amount of energy up, and I still have my Zard in the back, so let's see what he has. Switches in Swampert, so I'm going to go for a Hydro Pump. This is a very scary move for Swampert to take. He has to shield this, and he does go for that shield. Swampert is pretty threatening actually to these 2 in the back. If I shield an Earthquake, I'm in a good position, but I was worried about shielding that Hydro Cannon, and he does have 2. I don't know why I shielded there. I should have just saved that shield for Zard, and then tried to Dragon Breath him. Yeah, I can't get to a Thunderbolt, so I've pretty much sealed my fate at this point. Perhaps not the greatest introduction battle for Charizard. So we're going to go ahead and try to use it again with Sableye and Venusaur in the lead. Keep it in the back. Let's see if I can make it work in at least one of these games. So again, I lead that Sableye and I lead it into the Venusaur. Even matchup. Just goes down to CMP again if I remember correctly. Just because of how quick Shadow Claw generates energy here. So I get the foul play. I may actually have CMP. I don't remember. Just going off of who actually went for the move first, and he doesn't shield. Yeah, it looks like I have that CMP. Goes for Frenzy Plant, and I do shield. I'm hoping to farm him up, trying to count, so I can switch out into this Frenzy Plant, and I do time it correctly. And I neutralize his Frenzy Plant with my Venusaur. He switches out. No real reason to do it, and now with this Venusaur I'm hoping to just force out one of his shields, so I go for a Sludge Bomb. don't get the shield, but I do a ton of damage to the Noctowl. There's no reason for me to shield my Venusaur at this point either. I know I only have one shield and he has two, so he has that advantage over me. I bring in the Charizard though, hoping to chip him down a bit. I have to burn my final shield as well. Maybe I can actually farm him down enough. But I actually just switch into Sableye and I go for Foul Play to burn that shield. Zard has a nice amount of energy now. He's gonna burn this Sky Attack on the Sableye. Then I can farm him down with Zard. Let Sableye go down and then farm him down with the Zard. He's got one shield, so if I bait correctly, this will be good for me. I don't want to blindly go for a charge move because he has that Venusaur in the back and can switch it in. Just like that. And now he brings in Hitmonchan, so not a horrible matchup for me. I'll go for the Dragon Claw, but I honestly probably could have just went for a double Blast Burn. Yeah, so I go for the Blast Burn this time. And that's going to knock out that Hitmonchan. Take that match. There you go, I made Charizard work. So for the next one, we're going to still try to keep up with that Zard. We're going with a Fire, Water, Grass Core. Venusaur in the lead, and Azu and Zard in the back here. I really like this Fire, Water, Grass Core idea. I used it in Cliffhanger a bit, actually, with my Castform team. So we lead Venusaur into a Alolan Raichu. Really good for me. The perfect situation, actually, is the two things that I have in the back are not going to enjoy being in versus this Alolan Raichu. He switches out after building up a little bit of energy into Noctowl. I bring in Azu, and I actually didn't know it at the time, but Noctowl wins this matchup. I think with Ice Beam Azu, you have a chance to tie. But yeah, it's pretty heavily in Noctowl's favor if you don't. Even if you like land a Hydro Pump, it doesn't matter. But I can at least do a nice amount of chip on the Noctowl here. Burn that shield. I shield it because I think this is a matchup for Azu. He goes Nightshade, which is a little interesting. Sky Attack would have been much better. I guess I was trying to farm to that Hydro Pump. Goes for a Sky Attack and it does a ton of damage, but I do get to this Hydro Pump. He's got a shield, or it's going to hurt his Noctowl quite a bit. Noctowl goes down, but now I can keep switch priority. Brings in that Alolan Raichu. I'll just go for a Frenzy Plant right away, unless he gets to the charge move before me. But I should be able to take a Wild Charge. Yeah, he's going to burn that shield. CMP tie right there as I under-tap the Frenzy Plant. Can tank that Wild Charge so I won't burn my shield here. Bam, the Raichu goes down. And then he has a Probopass. Oh man, I should have shielded the Venusaur now that I think about it. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to bring in Zard and just desperately try to push for this Blast Burn so I can put in the Probopass. Sorry, so I can put Probopass in range of the Frenzy Plant. I gotta undertap this. Oh, that was really risky not to undertap. Can I get the Excellent? Oh, I missed some bubbles. Oh, but that Blast Burn does a ton of damage. And now he's definitely in range of the Frenzy Plant. So it's weird that he went Thunderbolt. I mean, he probably should have just went to Rock Slide. Probably had it ready. Rock Slide is 2 times effective, so it would have just decimated the Charizard. There you go, we knock out Probopass. Perhaps a misplay on his part. I'm sure he could have gotten to Rock Slide before I hit that Blast Burn. So for the final game, we stick with this Fire, Water, Grass Core. It looked like it did pretty well for me there. Charizard in the lead this time, with Azu and Venusaur in the back. We lead Zard into Skarmory. This was a matchup slightly in Charizard's favor, but you have to remember that this is still a pretty close matchup. Zard is not technically a Skarmory counter. Go for the Blast Burn right away, I don't want to mess around. Oh, and he doesn't shield it, and I take out that Skarmory. Brings in Lantern. I'm just gonna go for some Dragon Claws and try to get some chip. Oh, actually, I pushed for a Blast Burn to do a ton of chip. I don't expect Lantern to shield, I guess, so Blast Burn would make a little bit of sense. It still hits pretty hard even if it's resisted. Get that excellent. Oh, he shields it. That is pretty surprising. I would shield Zard, but this doesn't really feel like a position I want to be in later. So now I'll bring the Venusaur. And I can afford to shield. Lantern just builds energy so slow that if I shield this, I should be able to potentially get to 2 Frenzy Plants even. I farm up a little bit of extra energy, hoping to knock out the Lantern here. Yeah, so it looks like it built up a nice amount of energy. And then I switch out into the Azu. Questionable switch on my part. I guess I just didn't really want to give up. I don't even know why I switched there actually. I can't quite figure it out. But here we go. We are farming down the Lantern. Maybe that was my play. I just wanted to farm it down. I knew it would stay in. So I'll burn a shield here just so I can continue farming it down. Venusaur does have some energy banked as well. So this could be really, really great for me. And now I have just a ton of energy. He brings in Sableye. I go for that Play Rough. I should get to a second Play Rough. If not, Venusaur's going to come in with a Frenzy Plant ready to KO the Sableye. Look at that damage. And then if I undertap it, ooh, just missed it. But again, Venusaur has that Frenzy Plant ready to go. Even if I don't hit any of the bubbles, I think it'll still KO at this range. So there you go. We take that match as well. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed those battles and enjoyed seeing Charizard put in some work and also fail putting in work. That's going to be the end of the video. If you guys liked the video, don't forget to leave me a comment, drop a like, sub to the channel. Follow me on Twitter. You can see it in the video description or on the actual battle screen. You'll see a little Twitter handle there for myself. Yeah, Regionals tournament video is coming up in a second. And then we're going to try to jump back into some other Mirror Cup content. Maybe a little bit more regionals. And then shortly after that, I'll get you the Boulder Cup tournament, which is pretty... I like how I played there actually with a lot of finesse, a lot of counting. Really good as... I don't know what the word is, I guess. Really good technical skills. I feel like that was the major selling point of Boulder this time around. It was less of a battle of how you build teams and making correct threes and more just your technical skills like counting, undertapping, and all of that stuff. I think I did pretty well, but I'll let the tournament video itself speak for that. Yeah, that's going to be the end of this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.